We are live. We're live. Here, let me what do you like? Anything? Should I leave that so it changes with my my voice? What do you think? I have that for music. Okay, let me get some music up. Sorry, I just need to make sure I went live everywhere. Let me just get some music up real quick. Gotta get some music up. There you go. Not just me talking now. Mhm. Alarm is going off. I got to shoot today, so I only have a little bit of time to check in with everybody and hang out for a little bit. So I gotta turn this volume down. It's too loud. No wonder default is so loud. I feel like I'm screaming over my own voice. I think that's a big mistake that a lot of people make. They always have like, um, they always have. Where's it? There you go. I always like to have those things up. Gary.club is where I. Gary.club is a community where I monetize in both Web 2, Web 3, but I like Web 3 monetization methods a lot. So Gary Club is Gary Club and Social Connector are like my Web 3 monetization choices. So let's go to a fresh tab and just start and show you what I do. I always go to Gary Club and engage there. But today I'm talking about my content strategy. So I wanted to go over a couple things that I'm planning on doing, and just so you could saying it live, so you could just see me saying it live. And again, I'm sorry I don't have too much time to check in today, just like about 20 minutes. But I'm going to show you what I've been doing and what my plans are moving forward. So come up here, new tab, and share this tab. Let's go to Gary Club first. Share the tab, and then I won't be a giant person, and you'll have like my voice. It will change with my voice in the background. You like that? You like that? That's just hearing my voice behind me with like a little box. I wish that I could funnel that into my computer. I've been reading some tutorials, and a lot of people that wish that they could do it, and it seems like something that Govi, who makes these lights, would probably benefit from doing. There we are. I need to take a sip of my morning shake. I don't know if I don't drink a lot of or eat. It's hard to eat heavy food when I just wake up, so I just drink these shakes. All right. So, okay. So here we are. I engage usually in the morning. I go and you could give a GM post here, or just engage in this feed. I always do that every morning. This is there's different ways that you could post in here. You can do public posts. This is one reason I really like this. So there's public posts. This is one part of my content strategy is to post here, and it's pretty much like a newer platform. So yeah, hold on, let me make sure that, just let me know if you could see what I'm going over. Again, it's going to be a shorter live today just because I have a shoot I have to get to. So you could do public posts, and what a public post would be just like, hey, you're posting on Twitter or X. Same thing. Anybody could see it. Anybody that has a account. I think on Twitter or X, you can still see people's accounts if they don't log in. But with this, you just need to have an account, log in, and you can see all the posts. And then there's also paid posts, which means that I could token gate it basically and say that somebody has to pay to unlock it. I could say whatever it is. It's in Gary the platform's token, and then supporter. So that's another one. If you have support somebody there, then you could just have posts just for your supporters. So it means that maybe you have special tips and tricks and things that you want to tell people just that support you. There's a reason for them to support you just by you posting just your supporters on your feed. And you could also do that in Telegram, but some people, they don't want to like have a completely separate feed, and I'm kind of one of them. I don't like being on like 20 different platforms. Well, one second, I think that my alarm on my phone is going to go off again. It is. Let's turn those off. I had to shoot later, and I was reminding myself something and didn't go off. Okay, so I say like some simple like GFM, and I can even tell them to come hang out with me on my live if I want to. But since, you know, I usually just say Gary Club fam on this one, but it's whatever, you know. So, but this is just like yesterday I did one post just for my supporters, or I actually have a post. I guess at the end of this live, I'll show you something. Let me just send something to my computer real quick from my phone, and you'll see kind of thing that I like doing for my supporters. So I'm gonna airdrop this to my phone real quick. 1 second. Does not want. Oh, because I have to have Wi-Fi. Okay, that's why. I don't have Wi-Fi on my computer. It's all good. Cool. All right. So I'm going to go into the content strategy. So I do a lot of this. Take a look at this. This is what I wanted to show you. This tool is called RADAAR. And if you're watching this on YouTube, there's a link to it in the description. It's easyaiposter.com. Maybe I should bring it up so you can see what I'm talking about. Can I bring it up? I think I can bring it up. I'd have to create a new one. This is to that site. And again, affiliate link if you wanted to support the channel. This is to this tool, Easy AI Poster. And what it does is I could schedule a whole bunch of my content out across multiple platforms. Oop, that one was a glitch. I need to fix that. But the reason why that happened was because I can create all of the content. Let me actually show you this. This is actually going to be really cool. And the reason why I do it this way, because it makes it so much easier for myself. Let's see. So here, I'm going to share this. Just double check I'm clicking on the right thing. Okay. So let me share this tab back over here. So it's a Google Sheet that I don't want that. So I create a Google Sheet like this. And what I do is now I have these different columns, and you could go over here, and when you go to publish, and this is my strategy, and this was a glitch of something. I have to re-upload these other ones because I realized there was a mistake with something that I was, and I'll show you what the mistake was and the reason why it showed up that way and how to avoid that. I didn't realize that I hadn't fixed it on one of mine. So I can click bulk CSV, and you could download a template right here. You could download example, and that will give you this basically. You'll have like the date, the type, title, captions, media URLs, first comment, and then this part you can just leave it as like true is bad. So all you really need to fill in is the date, the type of post, what the title of the post is, the caption, and then the link. You could also do a first comment if you'd like. Not necessary though. So why are you going to do this? So here, let me actually just show you this live. I think that would be actually more beneficial. So what I do is I take this content right here. So I could change this date. So the last time that I posted, you could post things on loops sometimes in things like Facebook groups, or not groups, sorry, pages. Yes, and groups. You could post the same content over and over again in Facebook groups and pages, and also on Instagram. But on TikTok and YouTube, you cannot. So just keep that in mind. Facebook and Instagram, so basically anything from Meta, they don't really care. You could just upload content over and over again with those platforms, with Meta stuff, but not with YouTube or TikTok, because they want the original. They don't want the same content over and over again, because their algorithm works a little bit differently. And so you could technically upload the same thing to a bunch of different Facebook pages, as well as a bunch of different Facebook groups, Instagram accounts, the same content. So if you had, let's say, 10 Facebook pages and you posted and each one got 1,000 views, that's 10,000 views that you just got your eyes on your post, versus just 1,000 that you just got because you just posted it and it almost got, even if it doesn't get pushed in the algorithm. So that's one method. So what I usually would do is I change the state. So the last time I ran this through was in September, so it's been a little while, so I can run it through again as long as it's still relevant. 12, and what's the 18th, right? Actually, I'm going to do this for tomorrow, 19th. And I'll leave it at the same time because that's going to be nice and early in the morning. And if you stretch this down like this, look at this. It's going to update all the times. 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th. And now here, let me show you this first, actually. So it's actually posting one right now. So that blue right there means that it's actually posting these videos. So I have it being this particular one. These are our kind of crypto channel ones for my blockchain channel. And that's actually one of the videos that I posted for the blockchain channel. You could do this for long form and regular. I have regular videos posted in there too. 16:9 ones. Cool. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments if this is clear. So it auto posts, but I could post it to any of these things. But what I need when I post things, so I can create a post, and these are the things that it's going to ask me for when I create a post. Pretty much it. I get my date that I want to post. So if I wanted to post something tomorrow, for instance, I would be able to post it here. I can say the 19th and whatever time, doesn't matter. But then here's the thing, then we have our different channels right here. And I have a whole bunch of these different places that I post. You just have to pick where you want to post. But remember, Facebook pages, you can post several times into those, the same content, multiple times into the same Facebook page. Again, do your own research on this too, but this is what I found, that you could post multiple times into the same Facebook page without any repercussions, the same content, and you could post that content into multiple Facebook pages without any repercussions. So you get your content seen by way more people. You are going to see a little bit less of a push if you post it with a scheduler, but unless you get a VA, it's going to take a long time to do all this. So think of it like scaling how many of these pages that you have versus, I mean, you could even buy some if you wanted to, but I created these and aged them myself, and they've been working pretty good. So you'd select that, and then you'd pick your thing. So if, say you want it to be, this is one thing to note, there's video, that's different. So this thing I just posted right here is a video. But if I post, you could also do, regular single images, carousels. I don't really mess with the link or the link very much, but you could do text. You could do a story if it's like something like Instagram or TikTok, or you do reels. So it just knows what kind of content you're trying to post. So what you would do is you would just change what it says in this note right here. So I have it say reel. It'd be like you change that to story, or you change it to what it says here. So this says reel, change it to reel. If it says story, change it to story. If it says text, change it to text. If this says link, change it to link, so on and so forth. That's just the way it works. All right. So, all right. Now you would just drag your text. I'm not going to actually post it because I already posted the video I'm about to demonstrate this with, but on here, it's not even the finished one. I'll just use the finished one so I don't get confused. The unfinished one. So now this is not a reel that I'm about to upload, but if it was, I could just click this as a reel. So I'll show you as a video first. So if it was a video I was uploading, I wanted to upload a video into multiple places, I would take this and drop it here. And it was already uploaded, but you see now it's a video. I can give it, you know, the title here, and then I usually just put the title again underneath. And then sometimes this will take a minute to load. It loaded really quick right now because I think I just posted these videos, or maybe it's just going really fast because nobody's streaming right now or whatever. It usually doesn't go that fast. But if I wanted it to be a reel, I would just click reel, and I go and grab like a piece of content from a reel. I'm not sure. I think I have a pretty mediocre export that might work. Here, let me get it for you real quick so I can show you. It's in dunk. This is the wrong file, but the wrong length. It should be usually under a minute for reel, but you see how now it's vertical now, so it will show it like that. Make sure that you have it selected on reel. You get your title. And then you'd pick your channels, whatever you'd say, all of them or whatever it is. Take your pick. See, it also does YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and I'll show you all the ones that you could put in with this tool. So this is what I use and how I'm posting it out. So I don't usually, personally, I don't usually use this for posting my long form content on my YouTube channel. I use it for shorts and stuff like that, but not for my long form content on the channel. And partially also, I don't usually also part of the reason why is because you don't just, there's a lot more metadata that you fill in with YouTube versus other platforms. So point is, I usually do this just for like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. But discard that so you can see this. So you can come up here to overview. You can see all the different places that you could link if you so choose. So there's like Facebook. There's also Facebook groups. If you are a Facebook group person, you could post. Just so you know, it does say when you're posting on Facebook, it has this little tiny thing in the corner that says posted by RADAAR. But when you see things in like Reels, nobody ever sees that. Nobody ever sees the posted by RADAAR or anything like that on Reels. That's why I think it works really well with Reels. But if you do use it to post in things like your Facebook group, it will show that it was posted with RADAAR. So don't completely ignore your group posting organically. These are just like the scheduled ones. You could also just go, if it's just one group that you're doing, you could also just schedule out these posts manually in there if that's what you want. But then again, Facebook business account, you can link that. That's all linked. You have to have a Facebook business account linked to a page, and then that links back to there, and then it's all dandy from that point. I've tested out TikTok. It works great. Twitter, unfortunately, because of all of their dumb rules that they were doing, with their API, this has become astronomically expensive for people to use. So, yeah, Twitter is, you have to put in your own API key. So if you have your own API key, which is very expensive, you could add Twitter, but you could also just go to Twitter and schedule things manually, which is what I do, and it takes me 30 seconds. It's one platform, so it's not that big of a deal for me. I don't use this one, the Mastodon. I've heard of it, never really used it, but hey, look, it's a feature there. There we go. LinkedIn. Again, I'm not really big on LinkedIn. I don't personally do a lot on LinkedIn, but I know a lot of people do. So if you post, you could schedule out your post on LinkedIn, Pinterest, YouTube, like I was saying. Maybe you want to schedule your Vimeo uploads. I don't know I haven't done anything really like the Google Business, but hey there, Google Search. You could have auto posts on your WordPress blog, which I think is really cool because, you know, schedule your posts there to go out at the same time. So if you want things posted onto WordPress at the same time, it's pretty cool. SEO. And then you have Medium, Telegram. No, I actually should look close. Telegram is actually something I should add. I should add Telegram because I have a Telegram, and I think that everybody that I'm going to look into the Telegram one because there is a way that you can, when you create an account over here at Gary.club, you basically have Like you go to gary.club/dunk. It comes to my profile right here. And look, I got 8 followers. I had 6 the other day. It's crazy. If you want to follow me, I'm not sure it really shows too much yet, except for just showing how many people are following you. But I would go follow whoever you see active and that you want to actually get, if you can't afford their coin, you can go buy my coin and have access to things like the Telegram, and that's a monetization method that I use. But if not, just go follow me. And I'm not sure how it's working yet, but it's going to be a feature that's added. And hey, go follow people. And there's all this gamification on this side too. Okay, but that's not the point. The point is that you could post there. See, I have a private chat. If I wanted to have a private chat and have certain posts, like all my posts still go there. Maybe there's people that hang out in Telegram and nowhere else. Then Trello, or Twilio. I'm gonna use that one, and Netgitism. That sounds kind of a little, yeah. And then webhooks. So if you want to use a webhook, you can use webhook. And if you don't know what a webhook is, you probably don't need to use a webhook. Just saying. All right, cool. So again, what I'm mainly using in this example is Facebook pages. Then I also have the Instagram account, the TikTok, and then where is it? I always can't find the thing right in front of my face. YouTube. It's not the right YouTube color, guys. You made it way too bright. What's wrong with you? I have all these other ones that are linked to several pages, so on and so forth. All right, so let's do this. Let me show you this. So I got this set for tomorrow, and I wanted to show you this live. This is kind of it'll make a lot more sense when you start doing this live. So I can go here and let's see. I'm just going to save. Where am I going? Download. Sorry, download. And you go to comma separated values, or a CSV. And all what that will do is it will create a no name. Basically, it's not Excel. It's not a sheets. It's not numbers. It's none of those copyright and those tools. It's just one tool. So I take this and I'm going to download it. You could always change up the names. It's just going to use a name that I've already had, but I'm going to save that. It's going to save it to my computer. Okay. So remember, I have this set for, and just, I say it's like, screen says 2:37, but it's off by several hours in the time zone. This is going to be closer to like my afternoon, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. So now I can go back over here, and let's bring up 2 pages here so you can see what I'm talking about. So I can toggle back and forth. Okay, so again, I got to go back. I'm just going to delete all these ones and re-upload it the right way. Let me show you what happens when you do upload it the right way. So you come here and you go to the little thing, and all I have is a CSV file. That's it. Remember, create a CSV file. Oh, let me actually show you one little thing before I do this. Actually, the video file, the way I'm hosting it, I am hosting it through. Did I fix that? Did I actually get that? This was the one that I wanted to upload, actually. Sorry, these were the Gary Club ones. I'm going to do this one instead, but you get the reason why. But I'll show you I've already done all the work on updating, and I'll show you what I mean. So I'm just going to change this. I'm going to make this 12. What's today? Tomorrow the 19th. Tomorrow's the 19th. I have it set there. That's going to be early in the morning. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'm going to save that again, and I'm going to show you what I did, because I have to actually do this in the other one still, because I didn't realize when I was making them. That's the thing. So what I used was Dropbox. You can go get a free Dropbox account. Again, Dropbox is free. You can go. Oh, granted, you can pay for. You not need it if you don't want to. If you don't fill it up. If you fill it up, you gotta get Dropbox. Pay for Dropbox to use this method. but this is a really easy way to do it. So what I did, so here's the link. Now, when you create a Dropbox link, this number right here, you can see it right here, this little number that says 1, it actually comes out like that, like 0, when you create a shareable Dropbox link. And what that does when you open, so I'm going to take this link, I'll show you what it actually shows me. It'll take me to Dropbox, it'll bring us to that page when it says 0. See this video right here, it's great, you could go watch it, but what Radar needs is it needs to download it. So what you do is you go here, and that letter, if you change that letter from a 0 to a 1, magic. Now it is. There we go. 1, and I save this download. It will automatically download it when I click on it. So I don't know if there's a way I could demonstrate it, but when I click this, if I click this Dropbox link, it might actually show it. So if I click it now, oops. So I take the 1 and paste it. It starts to download. I don't know if you can see it right there in the corner. It downloaded it to my computer. It did not just open up a Dropbox page. So when I save this, download, comma separated values, and it saves that, I can go back over to Radar. I can now open up this one right here where it says bulk CSV import. And I could just take that file that I just saved and drop it right here. It's going to scan it and just give it a second to go through the stage. Scan it, and just, you know, what happened here where it's gray is where I didn't change that number from 0 to 1. That's what happened here. I've been going through them and updating them. I was putting together these pages, but now you can just double check these things. If you want to change any time that things are scheduled. And again, it says 14, which is like 12:14 in the morning, if you think about it, but it's not going to be 12:14 because it's a different time zone. So you scroll through, when you're ready, hit next. Now we decide which ones we want to post in. I post these ones in all my Facebook pages. So I just click that, and I'm just going to unclick Facebook for the TikTok, YouTube, TikTok, take them all. Just Facebook pages. So I post those ones to Facebook pages because I think they're relevant to both AI and blockchain. So I post them in both of them. And then I can go to next. They have a visual calls to action, and now look, it's just uploading them one at a time. So it's not going to show anything until over here. Quite yet, or it might have already started showing it. Not until it's done with the first upload. I'll show you in a second. So the point is I can just walk away now. I don't need to do anything. I do not need to actually take any action. It's just uploading. As long as you had that link correct, you could have this a list 30, 40 long, and it would just upload and schedule on every single platform. So that's the reason why when I'm creating content, instead, I just start creating content and organizing it in these CSV files. Then I can go and schedule that kind of content out. I kind of mass schedule it out with tools like Radar like this. So now first one's completed. So now let's go over here. Let's refresh the page and see what it's doing. So that was the first one, was the 19th. And let's see what it was called. It's called Harness AI and Amplified Engagement in Gary Club. So I can go here, right here. See, I told you it said 12:14. It's 8 hours difference. So just whatever. I always just subtract 8 hours. I can't figure out why. It shows the correct time here. I can't figure it out, but that's what I do. I'm in California, by the way, so it might be different for you. Maybe you're in like New York or East Coast, and it would only be like a 5-hour difference for you or something like that. I don't know. You just have to do the math and figure it out. But now I can just let it go. So look, it's done another one. It's already, now if I hit refresh, what was it? harness AI and amplified engagement with Gary Club. So if I refresh, now on the 20th, where is it? Or what was it? Your gateway. I read the wrong one. Your gateway to seamless social connector. So your gateway right here, same time, 8 to 14. Click that, and it's scheduled. If you wanted to make any modifications, it's processing the video file. But if you notice, it uploaded it as a reel. It uploaded as a reel, and then it will post it onto all those different platforms that I had it scheduled to post out to. And you can make this as long or as short as you want. It's a great tool. I really do like this tool. There's other ones that are good too, and it may work for you. This one works for me. I can't tell you about the other ones. I know this one works for me. You know, and it works for mobile and all that fun stuff. So cool. And this is, I mean, this is like one of my strategies to replace myself. Just automations. That's an automation that takes me out of the mix. Cool. Again, sorry, I didn't have too much time today. I've only been going for 30 minutes, but I do need to wrap it up because I do need to head to a shoot. It's not that long of a shoot, but I need to make sure that I said that I was going live every single day in December. I said, like yesterday and the day before, I was in my family's attic. I had to come back home to LA for a shoot, and yeah, and I'm gonna go back over there. So most of the rest of the month, you're gonna see me just with like my little webcam right here, because you don't need to have a whole bunch of fancy equipment to go in a thing. I'm not going to drag my entire setup with me if I don't have to, because we can connect on any type of device. I started creating content with nothing but my cell phone leaned up against a mantle. So talking about content strategies, like that's how I started. I started creating content on YouTube out of necessity, because I was creating content originally professionally in, you know, the film and television industry, but the world shut down for myself and so many others, and I had the choice between going home and just being like you know, just watching Netflix like so many people did. You know, hey man, the world shut down, I can catch up on all the shows I'm behind on Netflix. Great idea. But I wanted, like, I just decided to continue pushing through. I was able to make, I had basically full-time available to do whatever. I went to my family's house to, you know, shelter in place like everybody else was told to do. And I just had a window that had nice light shining through it and a mantle on top of it. I leaned my phone up against, I think it was a candle with the front-facing camera, and the phone was dying. It would last like 30 minutes on battery, and the battery barely would even connect, like with the charger. It's like, oh God, just work. And it wouldn't even connect to the computer. So I had to do all these loop-de-loop things to try and get the footage transferred from my phone to my, all this stuff. But I did it with a dying phone. And you don't need to have the fancy equipment to do it. It's just like, if you have something to do it and it's working, then just use that. You don't need to like have the fanciest equipment. It's like, it just frustrates me when it's like, I need to have this, and this. Like when I started creating content, it wasn't, people didn't call it creating content. When I started running around with a camera and started making my own video projects, it was like the late 90s. And when you wanted to, this is me, and there's people that come from a generation before me that it was even harder and they're more difficult. You know, you actually had to you only had film. I at least had tape to shoot on versus this other people's. But like for me, this is a film studio. So if you don't know, like if you're complaining and saying that you don't have what it, like the resources or anything like that, if you're watching this, you have the resources because you have a device that you could watch this on. Like I can't imagine that anything that you could watch a live stream from YouTube that doesn't, unless it doesn't have a camera, then I understand. If you happen to have a phone that doesn't somehow reason have a camera, then you win. Now you have to do a faceless channel, because I already showed you a whole bunch of ways that I create faceless content. Hey, and you know what? Man, I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to have my voice on in the video either. You don't have to be on camera. You can either just not be on camera, create an avatar. That's what I'm doing on the other channel, creating kind of an avatar character, which is Dunk. Or you could, let me actually put this other link up. Gary.club/dunk if you want to support me or start growing by monetizing in Web3. That's where you should go right there. What was I saying? See, this is why I can't change what I'm talking about. But yeah, I was getting on about this. Like, don't say you don't have what you need to get it done. Just start shooting, start creating content, however you feel comfortable doing it. If you don't want to put a camera in front of you like I'm doing, power to you. You don't need to. But there are other ways to create content. And the resources you have to create content nowadays is just insane. So again, you have a film studio in your pocket, no matter what size phone you have, no matter what you're doing, you have a film studio. So, all right. On that note, I am going to have to wrap it up because I do have to get ready to go to the shoot. I leave in like 30 minutes, 45 minutes. I have 45 minutes to get out the door. But I have to drive to the Amazon studio and shoot something. It's not that long, but it's whatever. Cool. Okay. I'm going to keep on rambling if I don't wrap it up. But okay, tomorrow, just so you know, there may or may not be a public live, but if you do want to come and watch me live, I'm going to be interviewing Gino, he's the creator of Drive, which is a tokenized car detailing studio in the Netherlands, and he has a whole bunch of other ways that he is tokenizing in like Web3 and making money and using his brand. So he's gonna be interviewed tomorrow and just chatted. It's gonna be a casual interview chat, and but it's only going to be public if you RSVP over at Gary Club. So make sure you have an account at gary.club/dunk, and then you can go and find the one that's under Gino's. He created an event. Go RSVP for that event, and it will give you a link to the YouTube link, and you can come and join us live for that. But I will be uploading some repurposes of that with myself and Gino, and that's kind of one of my content strategies too. And just so you know, the idea is like you could record an interview with somebody like Gino, who's going to provide value, and also some people might recognize Gino and not know me. I know it's shocking, right? And they might see me talking to Gino, and that will grow my influence. And then some people might not know Gino, but might know me. I know, also shocking. And that will give that influence over to him, and he will start to grow his audience. And that's kind of what a easy strategy to grow your brand, when you start bringing people on, and people will start finding your content because they're searching for them, and they'll find their content because they're searching for you. So awesome. On that note, I do need to wrap it up. Go to gary.club/dunk if you want to join us on tomorrow's live, because that is not going to be a public one. I might do a small little check-in. I haven't decided yet. Depends on what's going on. I have a lot of craziness. Family, end of December, craziness. All right. Thanks again. I will see you tomorrow. Definitely tomorrow, if you would like to come in, just to RSVP. Again, it's free. Just go create an account at gary.club/dunk and RSVP at the event. And I will see you tomorrow. Peace out. Bye.